Hey guys, Tango here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Bayeux. Flame stage pointing in the north, we have Whiskey Tango Garden as Ostheer. Straight away going for Jaeger Infantry. From the left hand side we have RedLeaderToBase as US forces, immediately going for Recon support. For 2 rifles into an INR Pathfinder here. In terms of rankings here, Whiskey Tango Garden around rank 140, RedLeaderToBase around rank 100. See the Bayeux saw the rifleman coming, actually ran out of here, waited for the machine gun to come through, gets the suppression in and then forces the retreat. So that worked out really well for Whiskey Tango Garden. Good utilization of that Pioneer long line of sight. This can be a bit of a tricky map to deal with, like double machine guns on. Very strong map for double machine guns, so having some Pathfinders... Oh, look, I actually didn't know he's got to build a sick machine gun here. But he probably knows it's a strong map for double machine guns as well. So yeah, having some Pathfinders to spot those machine guns, very nice. Cancelled it, didn't go for a Grenadier instead though. Maybe going to go for a Sniper. Also a strong option. Pathfinders again though, pretty good against snipers as well. Awkward positioning here, stuck between the machine gun and these Grenadiers. The machine gun catching the rifleman as they try to close the distance. So, you know, decent harass on the cutoff, but doesn't maintain it for long. And Whiskey Tango Garden, no, he's going to start the machine gun back up. A little bit indecisive here. This is kind of hurting him in terms of territory control. You know, he should have another unit on the field at the moment. Lieutenant for RedLeaderToBase. Good timing on that as well. Grenadiers going to go for the munitions point. There was the option of running onto the cutoff. I think he could have got the D capture there before the rifleman could have stopped him. It looks like he's just going to play for resources himself instead of try and cut off his opponent's resources. But yeah, as I was saying, the Pathfinder is going to be very, very helpful. I suppose Whiskey Tango Garden does have ambush camo. So it's a good counter to the Pathfinder sight as well, though. RedLeaderToBase doesn't know that yet, though. Machine gun not quite setting up at the right angle there. Grenadiers, though, doing a good dose of damage. RedLeaderToBase needs to get out of there and fast, nearly losing that rifle squad. What's the opportunity for that Grenadier to run and gun, try to chase this down? A chance of getting the kill. Maybe slightly unlikely. Wow, the Pathfinder's also nearly dying. Grenadiers do chase after them, but don't quite get the job done. Meanwhile, the Flamer chasing the squad out of cover over here, and a lot of health damage on the units for RedLeaderToBase at the moment. Going for the M20. Going to come through at a reasonable timing. Got to be on top of your timings if you want to go for that M20. Not the kind of unit that you want to build like 2 minutes late, as you can maybe get away with for the T70. Well, there goes that Grenadier squad down the south. Did have Vet 1, could have maybe popped the medkits when they're over here. Might have allowed him to at least trade close to even against the Lieutenant. Probably still would have lost. Not quite so bad. Quite so much. The Tier 2 tech structure coming up for Whiskey Tango Garden. Maybe a touch on the late side. Did go for a second squad of Pioneers, which is a little bit unusual. It looks like he's going to lose a lot of territory control in the meantime. M20 dropping down a mine here. So really good timing for the mine. Whiskey Tango Garden pretty much completely off the field. There's not a lot for the M20 to actually shoot at immediately. Did he cancel the mine just before completed? Can't select anything there. Sometimes it's hard to see, especially with those shadows. But yeah, I think he cancelled it right before it completed. Thought that was going to work out really well for him. 20 switching to the south. We do have the 222 out, but when we see the Stuart about to pop out at a fast timing, that's after pushing out an M20 as well. Just shows how dominant the map control of RedLeaderToBase has been so far.
We are losing a sector.
And this is the issue. If you try and squeeze in like one extra unit, like Whiskey Tango Garden has with this Pioneer, it does mean that your anti-tank gun can come in a bit later. And this could catch him in some massive trouble against the Stuart arriving at quite a fast timing. Like even without building an M20 first, this is a good Stuart timing. Gets the anti-tank grenade off. Oh boy, big misplay from Whiskey Tango Garden, allowing the anti-tank grenade. What's he doing with this? Oh my god. What? Okay, well, good thing that there's just absolutely nothing going on over here. No Fausting squads. Here they come now. I don't understand what the Stuart's doing. Instead of going for the 222 kill, it's just driving around in circles. And Whiskey Tango Gun not even going for a pack. Going for a Jaeger command squad here. So it looks like the 222's just going to escape. The Stuart just had an easy mode kill on that. If the 222 didn't have a damaged engine, sure. But because it did, it definitely should have died. And there we go, RedLeaderToBase later on the retreat with the re-echelon. They also go down. Boust on the M20. It's backing away for repairs. Got the ambulance coming in for RedLeaderToBase. But yeah, that was a very strange situation.
Ambulance taking the field. We're taking lead over here. Keep your heads down and be ready to move. Enemy contact. Shooting at the shit.
Machine gun pushing up. Squad's getting quite low. Might be a good time to just cut out of there. No, it's going to lose a whole bunch of manpower for no real reason. I think I would have retreated from that while the riflemen were like, you know, maybe third health down, still at 5 models, and the Pathfinder's still at 2 or 3 models. The engagement wasn't really doing too much. Sprinted through for the Faust. It's going to slow down the Stuart. Guessing RedLeaderToBase maybe going to try save for the airdrop combat group. Does also have the option of maybe going for the triple light vehicle attack with the Greyhound. We saw that have quite a lot of success in the tournaments lately. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Whiskey Tango Garden has been investing into weapon upgrades. Got the Flamer, got the G43s. But because he killed those re-echelon, some Talemines would be very strong. If you're up against the double light vehicles already, you're going to want to be building Talemines. So against now the triple light vehicles, it's also a very good option. So the double light's going to head to the south, activating the incendiary rounds. Big damage. RedLeaderToBase actually stopping in front here. He's coming down for the Faust. He's got the Faust range bullets and very, very long range Faust. Pack taking care of the Stuart up in the north. Stuart's driving forwards though. Very bad timing for RedLeaderToBase on that attack. Luckily the pack missing the final shot, connecting with the wall. The tank grenade going to come through here. Greyhound. Opportunity was there to just drive straight ahead. The support of the Pathfinders could probably kill this. But he's going to play it safe, going to repair everything back up. And that does give time for Whiskey Tango Garden to build a second pack, which I think is the right answer. That means that RedLeaderToBase is probably going to need that pack out once he can save the manpower for it after these reinforcements. Going to need that indirect fire against the double machine guns, double anti-tank guns, which are very, very strong on this map. Extremely strong. That is no longer in the tournament rotation. I think Axis had like a very big edge because of how strong the MG42 is on this map. Alright, airdrop combat group. Dropping down. Where did he drop that down? Okay, in the base. Do always have the option of, you know, maybe crewing it with the paratroopers. They do have the same reinforcement cost as riflemen, so it's not too bad. It means you can reinforce it off the beacon, which can be quite nice. We haven't seen any beacons so far from RedLeaderToBase. Do you think they are very strong? You can maybe plant like a beacon down here. Give you some good intel, good reinforcement opportunities. They are free, very fast to plant as well. So you might as well spam them like you do with sandbags. So he does crew it with the paratroopers.
The capture point is under attack.
But yeah, we saw, I think, the triple light vehicles on Mill Road, which I think is a better option for the triple light vehicles. Easier to avoid the anti-tank guns on that map. A bit larger. Fast connecting. Going to be some attack ground action from the pack, but failing to get through the bushes. Switching around with the pack now. 20 backing away. A good hit from the pack Howie there. Nearly take down the machine gun. Stewart doing some attack ground work as well. Pretty bad AoE on its gun though. Not getting the job done. Double packs backing away. Maybe fearing that they were getting hit. Flame it triggering there. Whiskey Tango Guard maybe not paying attention. He's up losing that. His flamethrower exploded. Got a phase 2 complete there for Whiskey Tango Garden. Still running quite a lot of resources too. Oh, close call for the M20. No smoke. Risky business for RedLeaderToBase. MG just camped out the back there. The suppression going. Rifleman going to try charge forwards. Look for the suppression. MG switches over to them. A little bit slow suppressing them, but does eventually get the job done. Do you have the fake smoke on those Pathfinders? Might be worth activating there. Try force these team weapons to dodge away. Because the Pathfinder artillery extremely strong. Well, that's dead. Too close to the Fausting squad. The double packs connecting. Double machine guns camped over here as well. Got the pack Howie coming down. It's dropping in some artillery. Cluster bombs. Pretty close to the other side of the map though. Didn't quite dodge away far enough with the 222. That nearly died. Greyhound coming in from the side, but the double pack's still very healthy. So decides to back away. Hope for the Grenadier wipe over here. Doesn't look like it's going to happen quite though. Didn't upgrade the machine gun on this. I think you really do need that extra DPS. Makes it so much more reliable. Otherwise it's not really that much better than the Stewart without that machine gun upgrade. Better, but not by a considerable margin. Definitely think it's worth the upgrade on the Greyhound. So one of the light vehicles down the Stewart does mean that maybe RedLeaderToBase is going to be in a bit of trouble when it comes to anti-tank. Once Whiskey Tango Garden manages to push out a medium tank, he's going for a rebuild on the Pioneers at this stage. Should be saving that manpower and just going for the tank immediately here. And that's exactly what he does, cancelling the Pyre. And getting that Panzer IV going. And we can see RedLeaderToBase doesn't have an answer to that. He's got one bazooka. Stewart's down, so can't use that. And for the LMG paratroopers, which is fine. No bazookas. Can plant mines with those paratroopers though. So they have the mine ability, so maybe could try get a couple of those down. Okay, well, you're getting a good connection in there. And then these squads come through hoping to finish the job, and they do manage to get the decrew. Faust on the Greyhound. Pack having trouble with the sight line though, he's just going to play it safe. Paratroopers could maybe charge forwards and get that. These two squads on 3 models can't recruit without losing the unit. Where's the second machine gun? Here it comes in from the south. M20 coming down though. Here comes the Panzer IV. Paratroopers just need to be bold and jump on that. I think he's given Whiskey Tango Gun a bit too much time. Here comes the Panzer IV. M20 smoking out of there. And yeah, it doesn't end up crewing the MG42, just hard retreating. RedLeaderToBase does not have an answer to this Panzer IV. So Panzer IV actually getting a pretty good hit there. 2 models down. Charging him. Maybe going to go for a bit of a base inspection. Could catch the ambo back here. Greyhound off to the side. Looking forward. Trying to be respectful. Doesn't want to take engine damage. You never know when you could get in trouble if you take engine damage in your opponent's base. That's doesn't matter how far ahead you are. That's a game loser a large proportion of the time. RedLeaderToBase now can push out a Sherman, I believe. No, does he not have the major? Oh, he doesn't have it completed yet. Didn't notice that. So yeah, very late tech there from RedLeaderToBase. Does delay his Sherman by about half a minute there. Maybe he's thinking about going for the Jackson first. It's going to be a tough stall. There we go, the double packs are back there. Oof, lucky break for the M20 again. Tango Garden really turning up the pressure here, paying back RedLeaderToBase for the early damage. Cowie trying to work on the double anti-tank guns, but not really hitting too much there. And yeah, very, very dominant map control now. Comes the base inspection from a different angle. It's always a good idea to switch angles if you're doing this kind of thing. It can lead to better results. Bazooka bouncing there. Second Panzer IV out already for Whiskey Tango Garden, so maybe the Jackson first is actually going to work out quite well for him. He's already up against double anti-tank guns, double Panzer IVs. And he's just going all in here. This is maybe a little bit too early. Bazooka connecting, anti-tank grenades on the Panzer IV. Greyhound backing away, could maybe take care of the 222. It's left out here without support. Double pack, slow lining up. Looks like the smoke maybe wore off. The Greyhound goes down. Hard to tell exactly when the smoke clears off, and that ends up costing RedLeaderToBase. Greyhound down at a bad timing, just before that Jackson's about to pop out. And that Greyhound, does have very long vision, which is just so helpful. Use it as a recon unit, help spot for your pack Howie as well as those pathfinders. Of course, a very strong tool at harassing the flanks, because it's so long line of sight, quite fast, can get away from the Panzer IVs quite safely. Big shot there in from the Jackson. Double packs back at base, healing up at the moment. Jackson missing the second shot. RedLeaderToBase, the best option might be at this stage to go for the captain. Go for an anti-tank gun. He's got a lot of manpower, so it's probably the best call currently. Double squad's coming in from the side. Gonna look for the double Faust. Just one connecting. But yeah, if you've got this much manpower, officer into anti-tank gun, strong choice. Maybe could invest. No, it's too late for that actually. Yeah, he's going for a rebuild on the or like a extra rifle squad as well. So yeah, he's taking the captain as well. That's yeah. Okay, good. Cancel the rifle. Building the captain. That's a good choice. Going for an extra rifle on top of that. It's just too much infantry up against the double machine guns. On this map, you're just not going to be able to make use of that infantry effectively. So, that's a good choice. Good bit of damage in there by the Jackson. M20 though, smoking. Almost get himself in some major trouble. He needs to get a touch closer, tighten up that scatter a bit. Oh, it's maybe a little bit risky, but it's doing okay, but just not getting those big hits that he really needs. You know, you can go for the barrages, but then you're way out of auto-fire range. You need some auto-fire action to work. M20 though, getting a spotting done here. Coming in from the side with the Faust on the M20. Tank gun about to come through for RedLeaderToBase. So that's going to be a good answer to the now triple Panzer IVs.
Anti-tank gun.
EP's almost dead even, but Whiskey Tango Garden is in the stronger position at the moment. Jackson though, starting to vet up quite nicely. Hit one now. Climbing his way up. Oh, the double AT guns though, they really hurt. Sprinting around from the side here with the Grenadiers. Bazooka squad in the center, holding some ground. Faust's going to connect on the M20. Pathfinder's doing their best, and mass retreats there from the Grenadiers. Captain capping on the far flank, which I think is a fair idea. Jackson's there. Could this be a kill? And needs to activate the AP ammo. No. Light artillery barrage drop down. Good scatter though for RedLeaderToBase. Doesn't end up doing too much damage with that light artillery barrage. Still under a tremendous amount of pressure though. Barely even able to hold on to his cutoff. Getting a lot of repairs going at the moment. A bit of bazooka work there from the lieutenant. Triple Panzer IVs in the centre though. Don't want to hang around there for too long. How are we getting to work? Jackson's here as well. Be trouble. Up the take aim. He's got the range boost going. This P4 could go down. Jackson backing away. There goes the Panzer IV. And the Jackson survives. Machine gun though, firing at the AT gun. Nearly gets the D crew. Not quite though. Oh boy, D crew's the Jackson here, but the Panzer IV getting aggressive. It's healthy. Senses a moment of weakness, finds the M1. Hackowie. M1 anti-tank gun though. Switches angles, able to defend. Oof. Okay, he jumps back in before he loses the vehicle crew there. Got to be careful about how you decrew your vehicles. Sometimes if you try and hit decrew while your tank is still moving, the decrewed vehicle can
Frontline units are being hung out
crush
to
your
dry.
vehicle crew. Doesn't happen often, but it's such a disaster when it does happen. Something to be aware of. And this is not the best thing to be doing if you don't have the support of your anti-tank gun. You want to synchronize that a bit better. Otherwise, these Panzer IVs are just getting free damage, free manpower bleed on you. Artillery barrage doesn't end up doing too much there. Paratroopers in some trouble. Didn't survive though. Sprinting forwards for the Faust. Good reaction times. They're doing 20, just so fast at the moment. Jackson repaired back up, coming around the corner here. The tank guns there as well. He pops the take aim. This could be the death of the Panzer IV. No. Bounce. Whiskey Tango Garden asleep at the wheel. And the Panzer IV goes down. Did he just go AFK there? He wasn't moving anything for ages. Maybe he lagged out or something? I'm not sure. That was very strange. He just completely didn't do anything for about 6 seconds, maybe slightly more. Oh boy. Jackson one shot there, but the Panzer IV decides to back out. Did have the option of driving back in, going for an attack round in this region. But he plays it safe. Still with the triple cap running, Whiskey Tango Garden in a strong position, but some artillery from the Major coming in out the back. I think if I was RedLeaderToBase at the moment, I'd be looking to use the M20 on the side to try and chase away the infantry. Get a squad of infantry up there to cap with. Maybe the captain. And then try and use the Pathfinders for primarily sight in the center, help spot for your Jackson and anti-tank gun. Use them more defensively. Points are draining out very, very fast. Is neutralizing the center though. Whiskey Tango Garden. Okay, thought he might be investing into tech up here, but no. We'll stick with the medium tank spam. Hikari slowly working on the machine gun back there. 20 down the south at the moment. Here comes the Panzer IV, but Jackson with a long line of sight, I think from the Pathfinders. Gets a good shot in there immediately. M20 heading up to the north, but going to take a Faust here, going to slow it down. Incendiary rounds activating as well. RedLeaderToBase backing away. Ooh, surviving. Pops smoke now. Smoke, very good counter to the incendiary rounds. They don't have an attack round ability, so completely nullifying them. Okay, good sprint forwards into Faust there on the Jackson. We'll go for a Scoss next. RedLeaderToBase still maybe a little bit vulnerable in the anti-tank department. You know, if his Jackson gets low, maybe takes a couple shots from the pack. The lone anti-tank gun might not be enough to keep things stable for him. But he doesn't have many other options. You know, he has the tech weapon racks. He's been making use of his munitions, so he doesn't have any munitions to get any weapons with, any bazookas, any bars. Big damage there onto the Panzer IV. It's backing away. AT gun stays in place. And it works out for him. Light artillery barrage unable to keep that one safe. Panzer IV goes down. That's why I thought we might see a switch up to the tech up for Whiskey Tango Garden. You know, it does make your reinforcement costs cheaper as well. Maybe get something that's a bit more durable. Form of a panther or a Boombear. Double packs coming down. Big damage onto the Jackson. P4 coming in. Pops the blitz now, maybe a little bit slow. Can he get in range? He does, and there goes the Jackson.
We just lost a medium tank.
Looking out from there, the anti-tank gun backup base healing up. Let's have the bazooka squad there though as well, the double packs. Oh, take a big shot from the Scott. It's the barrage. On prioritized vehicles still. 222 coming in as well. Well, the infantry coming out quite low here for Whiskey Tango Garden. Before they had completed reinforcing. You can see he's stretched. It's got the triple pyros, by the way. It's a lot of repairs, maybe an overinvestment into that.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Camping in the south with the pack, that's an interesting idea. Grenade out, trying to get out the capture. He's going to need to use the smoke grenade if he wants to do that well. Ooh, boy. 2 losses there for Whiskey Tango Garden. Oh, no retreat on the machine gun. It's really going poorly for Whiskey Tango Garden. 3 losses. Just like that. Doesn't manage to complete the capture there with the pack either.
They're at 200 points.
Going for a rebuild on the Panzer IV.
We're losing a capture point.
Gonna have to do his best to dodge these shots close range. Good shot in there from the Panzer IV. I think at this stage, Whiskey Tango Garden should maybe just forget about trying to fight in the center with the Pack Howie and the Scott camped right there. It's just too much damage. He's losing too much manpower trying to do this. Play on the flanks for a little bit while he builds up. If he can build up a triple Panzer IV push, he's actually in a very good position. Just gotta bide your time until you get to that critical mass. Don't let this anti-tank gun just solo the Panzer IV though. Oh my I know it was a VAT gun, but he didn't pop the AP ammo. Didn't pop the take aim, didn't have to do anything, just Panzer IV parked in front of it for 4 shots. I think all 4 shots did penetrate though, so maybe running a little bit hot. But yeah, that was really bad for Whiskey Tango Garden. If he just got the triple Panzer IVs, I think he's very good position to overwhelm, but now we can see RedLeaderToBase fielding the second anti-tank gun. Gonna have a response to that. Still is lacking in the anti-tank department. Even with the double anti-tank guns, the triple Panzer IVs easily could have overwhelmed that.
AT gun ready. We're losing a capture point.
For pushing through the center, should be going to the north, shutting down the capture up there. Anti-tank gun can only be in one place, and it's been camped in the center this whole time.
Rounds complete. Breach clear.
Sending the other Panzer IV up there. Major coming around the corner. Making use of the raid tactics here to cap up a bit faster. Giving him that light vehicle capping opportunity. But yeah, again, I'm not a big fan of Whiskey Tango Garden just continuously running it down the center with the double indirect fire here from RedLeaderToBase. Now, if you try and play on the flanks, maybe you'll force these team weapons out of position. Maybe they try and rotate down here to deal with the Panzer IV in the south, and then that opens up an opportunity from the other side. There he goes now, but maybe trying to force it a bit here. Dropping the light artillery barrage. The double tank guns right next to each other here. And they get a good connection. One anti-tank gun down. The second Panzer IV is back all the way out though. This was a GG move. Just like I was talking about. The double tank gun shooting down here. The other Panzer IV coming in from the other side. If he just brought that other Panzer IV back in here, sat on top of these anti-tank guns and just that was a win. But playing it safe there might have cost him the win. Kill there though from the Panzer IV. RedLeaderToBase a little bit slow recrewing this anti-tank gun. Ooh! Oh boy! Oh wow! Nearly even dying with the Panzer IV there. Got the bazooka there, the anti-tank gun. He backs away. MG facing slightly the wrong direction here. Got another light artillery barrage coming down on this. Gets the D crew again. You can see RedLeaderToBase really turning up the VP pressure. Capping in the north. Could be capping in the center with one of these riflemen as well. Going to jump on the double anti-tank guns though with that. Panzer IV coming back in here. This is not the right timing to be getting aggressive with double snaring squads there. Backs away. Attack ground's missing. So far the packs haven't really found much success against the Scot.
Alright, fellas, final checks.
Do have to be a little bit on the aggressive side for that to work out, but actually this could get the job done right here. Double packs push forwards, could catch the Scot right now. Packs are coming all the way around the side though. Good dodging around with the machine gun. Avoiding most of the damage, able to complete the capture. M20's coming down here. Oh, this could be a nasty ambush. He's got nothing providing sight. M20's maybe going to see this coming. No, the machine gun does provide sight. And there goes the M20. Whiskey Tango Garden, nice ambush there. Catches the rotation. Pretty close to being able to push out another Panzer IV as well. RedLeaderToBase has been struggling to save up the manpower to rebuild that Jackson.
The capture point is under attack. Unit under fire.
It can be a bit of an issue. You're playing with no weapon racks. You know, your riflemen do end up bleeding quite a lot. They're constantly trading poorly against the enemy. Damage, Whiskey Tango Garden again, very slow on the dodge. Just so slow, dodging away with his tanks from the anti-tank guns. Like sometimes, you know, you just can't dodge away from double anti-tank guns. But, you know, that was like pretty close to the edge of their range. Definitely a dodging opportunity. So, Whiskey Tango Garden did end up taking up So he does have the cheaper reinforce thanks to that. But he's just had an awkward amount of resources. And now the Jackson's going to be coming through. So the window for like a triple Panzer IV push is kind of closed again. Closed even harder this time because... No. Cancelled it. Building a Sherman. No. Cancelling that. Building the Jackson again. Sherman is more immediate territory control. So I can understand why you want to go for that. We're kind of getting down to the danger zone in terms of VPs. Jackson probably the safer option overall though. Play at a longer range helps you stay safe against the double packs. And he's got more than enough infantry to hold the VPs.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Why did he retreat that? Paratrooper, that was a misclick for a RedLeaderToBase. Ended up losing the center because of that. Artillery barrage on the team weapons out the back there. Dodges back into it. Oh boy. Oh man, that is some nasty scatter too. One anti-tank gun down. Huge misplay there from RedLeaderToBase. The Panzer IV swarming in now. Smells blood in the water. Got the cluster bombs coming down in response. Double packs trying to back away. Could stun the Panzer IV here with the Jackson coming in. B4. Jackson missing its first shot though. Missing its second shot as well. Really bad start for the Jackson. Squad capping in the north though. Whiskey Tango Garden trying to set up this triple cap, trying to close out the game here. Grenade enough for the Grenadiers to win that one in the north. He could even just use the green med kits up there and try hold on to that position with that squad. If he did that, he might even be able to beat this lieutenant that was charging up. Instead he backpedals to try capture his fuel, also a fair idea. Ooh, really good grenade as they came in there. And gets the double wipe. Oh boy, RedLeaderToBase low on infantry now. All of a sudden, a lot of wipes. And he's really feeling the VP pressure. Paratroopers in the south though, Vet 3 just dominating the infantry down there. He's capping in the north with that lieutenant. The sprint on that lieutenant is so useful in these capping wars. Oh wow, a Brumbier from Whiskey Tango Garden. I think I'll probably just build the Panther myself here. If he can knock out the Jackson, then he can kind of nullify the Scot, and that should be enough to get the win. The Brumbier, I feel like, is a pretty easy target for the Jackson. Jackson occupied though, heading to the south, finding the Panzer IV down there. Double packs can't find the angle on Jackson. To wait for the decap before he can start the capture down there. Got the double pyros coming down. Jackson repairing up as well. Tank gun backing out. Got to get some healing. It's just about a third of its health, so it's a fair idea. Really sprinting. Looks like they're heading to the north. Scott popping the barrage here. A command squad not dodging away from it. Ooh, and it goes down to the pack owie. The double indirect in the centre has just been so strong for RedLeaderToBase. The Brumbier charging forwards here. Big hit on the pack owie. No kills really. Double packs. Jackson might take some damage from it. No. Brumbier just charging ahead, but landing short with that shot. Double packs hammering away. The Jackson very low. Does get away to safety though. And the twists and turns on the tail end of this match. Big swings both directions. But yeah, you can see the Brumbier there not getting a lot done. Doing a lot of health damage, but not really a huge factor. If that was the Panther, I think that would have been the GG. Drove in there, killed both of these tanks very easily. We're going to be out for repairs for quite some time now after that. Cluster bombs in the north. Oh boy, Whiskey Tango Garden didn't see that. Grenadier's still alive, but the lieutenant finishing them off. Squad capping in the south. The captain also hitting Vet 3 with the sprint. Such a strong capping tool now for RedLeaderToBase with those double officers. We're slowly driving forwards here. Sabot rounds active. Jackson coming forwards again as well. Where are the double AT guns? A little bit too far back at the moment for Whiskey Tango Garden. Here they are mobilizing now. We've got the Brumbier heading to the north. The command squad going to be able to get the cap up there. Rifleman coming into the center. Got the Jackson there as well. Double packs were there briefly and then backing away. Now coming back in. Got the barrage going. Oh, the Brumbier coming in. Missing its shot though. Double packs lining up on the Jackson now. Big damage. Brumbier also getting a touch low. Got the Sherman coming out for RedLeaderToBase now. Looks like he's getting aggressive. Trying to circle around the Jackson, bouncing the anti-tank gun, connecting. The anti-tank guns though, and they liquefy that Sherman. It did not last long at all. Brumbier though driving forwards goes down there. Not getting so lucky on the bounces that time. Points of drain against RedLeaderToBase though. Panzer 4 guarding the center. Officer sprinting in now. Got a bit of smoke from the wreck. Could block. Needs to get in there with something. He's got the Jaeger command squad, but that is coming down from the north. Needs to get in the capture circle. Just get in there with that Grenadier. Oh, he completes the neutralize. Got the cluster bombs coming down. Panzer 4 could easily back away and prevent the cap up there. He's capping in the center again. Under Pacowie fire. Oh, we're going to get the Faust off. Going to slow down that Jackson considerably. Panzer 4 up there in the north. Now the points drain against Whiskey Tango Garden. Big damage from the Panzer 4 up there. Paratroopers, they're risking their life trying to complete this capture. But they do manage to close it out. 27 points left for Whiskey Tango Garden. He's losing control of the center as well. The double pack's going to charge in there. Act as a distraction. He's mobilizing these troops now, but maybe a touch slow. One heading to the south, two heading to the center. Got the Panzer 4 coming in as well. The anti-tank gun's there. Drops the line artillery barrage on it though. 22 points left. Here come the Bayeux. Takes the engine crit, the Jackson. Paired back up again. Panzer 4 doing its best. The anti-tank gun did get decrewed by the light artillery barrage. Panzer 4 likely to go down to the Jackson here. Capping in the south. Fresh Panzer 4 popping out. We've got the double anti-tank guns there. They're ripping into the Jackson with a target weak point. Down it goes. Now we've got the Panzer 4 there. Still anyone's game at this stage. Fresh Panzer 4 dominating the gameplay. We've got the Jaeger command squad coming out at one model just to try and contest the VP capture. 5 points left for Whiskey Tango Garden. But he lost the Bayeux in the center. Where's he going with this Panzer 4? Needs to stay in the pocket there. Blast these guys at close range. Where's he going? He's headed to the south to try and stop the Scot down there. But he's left the center open. He's going to lose that. A gun carrier just got knocked out. And now he's just going to drain out. What the Bayeux squad down there going to lose to the Scot vehicle crew? Was that the issue? Oof, well, action-packed game there. The last like 20 minutes or so, real back and forth stuff. Very entertaining. Very good game, this one. Yeah, just Whiskey Tango Garden, I'd say overall, just the Panzer IV control lacking. Was it 3 Panzer IVs he lost just sitting in front of the anti-tank gun? And I'd say that was the difference maker in such a tight contest. Sometimes it's good as well, just to play like very conservatively if you're gearing up for like an all-out triple Panzer IV attack, which is quite successful with this strategy. You can drop the light artillery barrage on the double anti-tank guns, especially if they're being used right next to each other. And that can allow the triple Panzer IV push to be very effective. Yeah, sometimes it pays just to play defensively, trying to avoid damage on your Panzer IVs. That way you can make that push with all 3 of them at full health. But yeah, I think Whiskey Tango Garden also had another opportunity to close out the game when he made that play with the Panzer IV coming in from this side, the light artillery barrage. He backed away with his vet up Panzer IV all the way to base. If he just came in during that, killed both the anti-tank guns, that was GG then as well, but played it safe and ends up losing in the long game. But yeah, pretty good adaptations to this map, RedLeaderToBase. Maybe could have got more done with the triple light vehicles. But Whiskey Tango Garden decent with the double anti-tank gun control. Kept them alive pretty much the entire match, I think. Only just getting decrewed at the tail end there. Very high in vet. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.